Hello and welcome back to RimWorld, and I have not played for a bit now. I have been binging some other games instead, so this one has not been played for at least a week or two at this point. But anyway, we are back with some RimWorld. I made sure to actually watch the previous episode to know sort of what happened. What I saw some stuff. Let's see if if I remember correctly, there was something was whatever. Pina went on a bit of a hike to a peace talk. She was successful in her peace talks and gained a bunch of social experience. So she is actually quite good when it comes to social. Now we also got Tatiana, and we are trying to get the freezer up and running, because if we zoom in a bit, we have two animals that is rotting, or rather rotted. They aren't fresh anymore, so we are going to have to toss them away. What is it? Yeah, three animals that we can't eat, which we need to just toss away and waste. But we have a bit of a problem, because if we look at, like, the watermill requires a construction of 6 to be built. The wind turbine requires level 4 of construction, which Pina is extremely close to. So the wind turbine will most likely be built, but it's going to take a while until the watermill is up and running. And the coolers requires level 5 of construction. So hopefully we can level up Pina to level 5 to get the freezer up and running fairly quickly, though it might take some time. Or we get someone who has a construction of like 6 or higher. We'll see. We're going to have to wait and see. But let's unpause the game. So far we have managed quite well. We have had some setbacks. A bunch of medicine got destroyed and so on, but it hasn't been terrible, to say the least. Like, it's not been like as bad as it could have been, though our characters are really bad. One can't do any skilled labor. TTG, or me, can't fight. I'm quite versatile in everything else except construction, which we need. But yeah, let's see. We have a psychic soothe, so every female is going to be extra happy for a while. That's good for Tatiana, actually. That's actually quite good. Yeah. We're gonna have to see when we can get... We really need Pina to get construction up. Is she really the only one who has a lot? Like, yeah, the rest of them are absolute shit. I'm actually going to turn the other ones off, so Pina is the only one. Now that means she's going to have a lot of construction to do. What I'm going to do then is actually turn her haul and clean to the absolute last things she does, because we need her to be construction level 4. Let's watch her. And level 4. Good. That means she's going to like construct faster. At least a little, not much faster, but tiny bit. And then she has a lower chance of botching any construction. There we go. We finally have the chess table. Finally. Let's see if we can get some chairs done. Now, they are quite hard to make, especially the dining chairs, because they have... Yeah, and you failed that construction. Go figure. Now, we are coming along quite nicely when it comes to the experience. And you botched. Yeah. What we need to do right now is to see if we can find some berries laying around, because we need the berry bushes, we need the berries, because if we don't have food, we are going to starve. So let's see if we can get some berries up and running. Now, TTG, or rather I should be able to get them fairly quickly, so hopefully there won't be any like problems when it comes to getting stuff like that done. Blood loss minor, is it going down? Yeah, it's coming back. Great. Yeah, now we have another thing which they can use as recreation, which means once they get bored of one thing... Oh, Aurora. Oh, okay. So, are you technically outside so you can see it? No. No, you're not. Well, now you are, right? Yeah, now you are. Okay. They actually have to be awake. Go figure. Need research. One is idle. Paulson is idle. Okay. Let's give you something to do. Let's make you research batteries, because batteries, while they have a major problem where they go kaboom from time to time, we will need them. So why are you training? No, you're not. No. You're not going to train. You're going to build stuff. Seriously, okay. We are almost halfway when it comes to yeah, when it comes to construction on Pina, we are almost halfway to the level 5, which is great. Now what we do want to do is go to floors, go to wood, and put down some more wooden floors. Mostly because this is the sleeping area, so having some like that is a good thing. We should probably use a torch lamp in here so there's some light, since this is the common room. Let's see if you can actually get this done. Now we are halfway to level 5 of construction, which is terrific. Yay! And it's normal. That's actually quite good, because you botched the next one. She botched. Wow. Yeah, I think I've said this before, but every time you fail a construction, you lose half the resources. So if it's something that's really like have a bunch of expensive resources in it, then make sure you have the one who has the absolute highest construction do it, because yeah, there might be a case where you try to build something really big and like very expensive when it comes to resources, and for some reason the one who shouldn't be building is building it, because your work orders is put up in a way that people can build, even though they're not necessarily that good. And then you can have them like go like, yeah, I'm going to build this, and completely utterly fail at it and just make you lose a bunch of resources. Now you should, let's have you talk. Let's see, what do you have? You have nothing interesting really. We could sell the poor revolver, like revolver or like ranged weapon with poor, especially when it's a pistol. I would say not necessarily worth having, because your chance of hitting is not necessarily that good with it. So I'm going to do that. Let's just... Should we try to milk you for the rest of the money? Yeah, let's try to get all your money. 67. There we go. I just wanted all his money, so... You're going to take more food. Oh, great. You're building that. Now, what I'm going to do is force you to build stuff that's only wood, and because I want her up to level 5 before doing the stuff with expensive materials in it. Level 5 has a lot lower chance of failing when it comes to construction. Oh, a gift. Oh, you gave me uranium? Okay, that's actually quite expensive. You can get gifts if for a few different reasons. One is if you seem to be struggling, like we don't have a bunch of stuff, they can give us a gift to help us. And if they like us, they can just gift us stuff to help us. Now let's do this one over here. Let's hope we don't botch. If we do that, that's terrible. Okay, we have the battery researched. Good. And but yay! We actually did it. Now let's hope we can finish these. One at least, yeah. And yay! Both of them! This means we are actually good. Now, what we're going to do is click on the cooler. The thing with the cooler is that if you place it on a tile, it's going to remove. So it's going to if I placed one right here, beside, like below the cooler I already have put up, then they are going to deconstruct the wooden wall to put in the cooler. Now there is a mod, I think it's called like overwall vents and coolers, which makes it like the wall is still there, but it puts a cooler there as well. So there is a wall and a cooler. It's sort of like simulating that you don't remove the whole wall, you just put stuff in the wall. Which is makes a lot more sense, to be honest. Now, to make this area in here actually cold, like to actually make this space a freezer, we click on the cooler, and down here we can see a bunch of different, well, I'm not sure what you're going to call it, gauges, like temperature gauges. It's what they do is they are there so you can like set at what temperature you want stuff to be. And since it's a cooler, it's based on where the blue box is, not the red one. So if we make we could raise the temperature, but it wouldn't like raise the temperature on the red. It would just not like if we made, let's see how it's 31 in the freezer, that's a lot, but if we then did plus 20, so its target temperature is 41 degrees, then it's just not going to do anything because it's way it's below that. So what it will try to do is just nothing. Now if we on the other hand did, so we had it on 21, which is the default when you build it. So what it will do right now, as it is on default, it will lower the temperature down to 21. Now we don't want it to be plus, we want it to be minus. So we are going to do, let's take it down to 0 first. So both of them are at 0 Celsius degrees at the right now. Now in the game nothing is like preserved food or frozen food if it's not below 0, so -1. That's enough. Now, since people will walk in and out of here, back and forth, now the way we have built it, it's not going to leak that much heat into the freezer, but just to be safe, so everything stays cool and frozen, so it doesn't flicker back and forth, we are going to put it down to -4 degrees Celsius. The reason why I choose 4 is because it will try to bring it down to whatever target temperature you set it to. So if you put it at -14, it's going to try to keep it at -14, and it's going to require a lot of power, way more than you actually need. Now, you don't want it at too close to 0, because you might have heat leak in, or you might have the cold air leak out. So having it -4 means the two coolers can actually combat the temperature leaking, which will happen. Now, we don't really have enough power for this to work, but it will try to lower the temperature, and the lower it is, the closer it is to 0, the longer stuff will stay preserved. So let's keep on going. Now, the wind turbine is not that good. It's going to take a while until you are... Yeah, the construction, I would say like any skill up to level 8 goes fairly quickly. Even if you don't have a passion like a flame for it. Now we have an eclipse, but even if you don't have a passion for it, up to say somewhere between 6 and 8, you have some like it goes fairly quickly up to like 6 and 8, but some things are like the diminishing return for the XP, or with the amount of XP you need, means that it might actually take a tiny bit longer depending on what it is, but construction is fairly quickly to get up to like 6, 7, even if you don't have a passion. So it's the only problem is Pina, if I remember correctly, started at like what was it, like 2? It was absolute garbage. Now she's okay. She's not good, she's not even decent, she's just okay. But we are halfway to level 6, which is really good. Now, there is a limit on how much XP you can get per day. I think it's 4,000. So she will hit the wall soon. Let's make the floor wooden over there. Now she's playing chess. Is it sleeping time? Yeah, soon. Let's see. I'm not sure I will be able to show. Ibex ram self-tamed, okay. That one is going into the butcher area. Butcher zone, there we go, there we are. Let's see here. How is it? It's... yeah, we didn't get 4K XP, so it was no problems when it came to the limit. But yeah, there is a limit. You will have to... sometimes it's going to take some times before stuff is going to be able to progress at a normal pace again, because you might get a lot of XP very quickly. So now I do not really want the skeletons here, but now let's take a look at, can we... yeah, we have 6 things which is forbidden. Yeah, animals. Oh, a warg. That's why stuff is... oh, we could have gotten a wild boar if we... yeah, that's something you should do. Like, once in a while, just right click on allow to see if you have something you can unforbid. I haven't done it, so I should have. I really should have. What are you going to get? Let's... oh, okay. Yeah, and the bear was most likely the one who killed it. Let's see if we can get the berries over here. Now, what is it in here? It's... yeah, it's below 20. That's good. That's good. Now, why aren't you... now, rotten shouldn't be allowed. Why? Is it because there's no... should I allow animal corpses? What is this? This is a stockpile. Why doesn't this one have... is it because it's is it because it's a dumping stockpile? Might be. Let's take a... let's see here. If we do a strip there and then a strip of... no. Okay. What? Okay. Okay. We'll just do a dumping stockpile. Well, over here. Don't allow fresh stuff, just... and don't allow chunks, just corpses. And actually no mechanoid corpses, just human-like and animal-like. That should bring them out. Yeah, good. Not sure why this one doesn't have the fresh, allow fresh or... Yeah, no clue. But that will be all for this episode. Thankfully, I remembered to just stop myself because I was about to just continue. Yeah, we have someone who actually has a decent construction, or rather okay, as I said. It's not decent. Decent would be like 6 or 7. It's fine at this point. It's okay. She can do some stuff, but you will need to have level 6 to do the watermill, and some stuffs need like 8. So we do need her to get a bit more when it comes to construction, but we actually have made the cooler. They are very slowly but surely cooling the freezer to negative degrees. It's going to take a while. I'm going to have to make a battery. Let's make that in the next one, but we are going to make one. We need one, so with that we are going to have to say thanks for watching, goodbye, and I hope I'll see you in the next one.